Hey everybody, it's Mike over here at Growtopia, and I have something I want to show you that I'm going to be trying out. Anyway, so that's actually not new growth. That's actually just left over from what was in the tray. But currently, there is no new growth on anybody at all, even though it's just been one day. Sometimes you actually do get seeds, which I've had happen to me. That actually got growth like literally the next day. It was crazy. So I ended up buying myself, and it's about $200. It's like 240, 250 bucks for this composter. Now it's kind of a strange spot for it. I'm still kind of trying to figure out where I really want to stick this thing that's not on the table. So maybe I will just put it on the table while I'm using it, and then I'll just stick it up there. So let me grab it now, because that's going to make a little bit more sense, honestly. I can't really see anything when it's up here. I guess that's where I'll store it. And then when I'm using it, it'll be down below. So what this is it is a electric composter. Is power even on over here? There we go. It is a composter. Now, you have a crush feature, you have a ferment, and you have a clean. And it's blinking because the power's on. It gets very hot in here, and it will turn and churn for several hours. I've heard it up to like 6 to 8 hours. I've lost the container of stuff I'm going to stick in it. Michael! Here it is. Starting the video and I'm already losing my shit. So I have in here is literally coffee filter, coffee grounds, and a couple lemons. Like that. I'm just going to throw it in there, literally as is. I could take other stuff if I want to put in here that it's going to just grind down. So like, we're talking about like, you know, kitchen scraps, food, I guess, if you want to. Like this thing, this rosemary bush that I have here, or plant. I just make such a mess on the ground. You know, there's already a little soil. I'm just gonna stick it in there as well. See what it does with that. Alright. There's a little soil attached to the bottom. Let's see what it does with it. Yeah, I bought that for $15.98 at Home Depot. It died like 2 days later. I haven't bought shit from Home Depot in a long time. And I go and buy something from Home Depot because I'm being lazy and it dies anyway. Go figure. Alright. So we're going to stick that like that. And then you turn it and it goes beep. So now it's in the lock position. So I'm just going to hit crush. And it's going to spin. And supposedly this gets super, super hot. So it's going to spin and move at different angles. And supposedly it's going to crush and grind it all down. And I guess when it's done, it will be done. So I'm going to let that run and we'll see what happens in a couple minutes. Or an hour or two. Alright guys, so it is 12:56. It's been about a couple hours. I would say 3-4 hours. It's a little hot, but I'll leave it like that for now. You could see that it took the plant, the coffee grounds, the filter, and everything. It just kind of pulverized it all down into nothing. Let's see. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. It literally made nice little soil compact. So I would say this thing definitely works. I'd like to put some other stuff in it and kind of see like what else it can do. You know, kind of like take my peat pods for an example. I take my peat pods and put my peat pods in here and see what happens from there. Then different food scraps, you know, leaves from the plants. Definitely interesting. So I think this is definitely a good buy, and it's pretty cool, I would say. You know, there's no smells at all in here. It's a little warm on the outside, I would say, but nothing crazy. It's only going to be inside there, and it is kind of tight, so it is kind of sort of like child-proof, but probably really isn't. So I'd say keep it somewhere away from your kids, but also in a well-ventilated area, and keep an eye on it. So I'm going to be using this a lot to assist in making the compost to put into the drums that I have to mix. So what this is going to do is this is going to help break down stuff quicker than waiting for, you know, time and like tons and tons of time. But I still will take it and then put it in my composting barrels and rotate those barrels as well, so it all mixes in together and then harvest out of it. But yeah, this is pretty cool. Definitely worth the $250 for it. I like this one. So it's got a pretty big opening on it. I don't really have a tape measure in here, but it's pretty decent size across. So alright, that's it for the review. Later. Hey guys, this is Mike over here from Growtopia, and it is Monday. Let's get this right here. It's Monday the 22nd of June. It is at 1:44 in the afternoon, and I have something weird growing out of a coffee plant. I don't even know what this is. Almost literally looks like a cucumber. So that's kind of strange. So it could have been a seed that was dormant in the coffee plant. Go figure, right? So what we have going on right now is, you can see we have the hollyhock just 2 days later from when we put these down of the seedlings already popping up. Isn't that pretty cool? And then we come down here and we're looking at the California poppy. I don't see anything on there. Almost looks like there's something down there. Maybe I am seeing a little green. Yep, you could just see the green on the camera. There's something down there as well. And then we come over here to the mixed perennials, and you can see there's a little one there, there's one there, some there. So just 2 days later, with a minimum temperature of 75, 12 hours of light, and only getting water when they need it, is really cool. The only thing that I did step up is that I actually did buy all-purpose plant food from Miracle Grow, just because it's not stuff I'm going to eat. I really don't trust Miracle Grow for anything else. It's not, that water is not going for those two guys. They have their own watering can that doesn't have any fertilizer in it. This one has the fertilizer in it. And then I bought myself a spot spreader. And what I'm going to do is, because I got a whole bunch of different seeds that I pulled out for doing like flowers and stuff like that, I'm going to put them in here, and I'm going to mix them all up together and spread them out on the soil when I need it. And I'm really curious how well this works versus trying to pull it out by hand. So stay tuned, there's more to come. I'm going to try to shoot a video every day on just the status so you guys can see, but this is Monday the 22nd of June. So we saw what we ran through the composter. But the question is, what else could we run through the composter? It actually gives me a very interesting insight into the way that things go around me. It's not just plants that I want to get rid of, but also things that would normally hit the garbage pail. And this week, we're going to add some lemons, some limes, some pizza, some bread. We're going to cut it up, we're going to put it in the containers, we're going to stick it in there as much as we can. We're going to let it run. I'm going to do this. Why not, right? Put it through its limit. What can it do, what it can't do? Honestly, probably some of this shit we probably really shouldn't do, but the thing is though, is I'm taking it and I'm putting it into my compost drums, and then it goes eventually into the soil. But then also I thought too, was what if I take like soil that I have that's sitting around, kind of like funky, that might have like bugs or bacteria in it. What if I run it through that, because it heats it up to like an extremely high degree? I wonder if they'll kill all that stuff off of it. That can be like my bug killer. Anyway, so let's get this cutting. Let's start the containering, and I'm going to throw it inside there. So the first thing we have here is a bunch of English muffins that we had got that have been sitting around for quite a while. And, well, it's kind of creepy that they have not started decaying yet. And we're beyond the stage of eating them. So we're going to take them the way they are. We're just going to break them up, throw them in there like that. Just using old food containers just to make it smaller. They've been around for too long not to decay or mold, so it's kind of creepy why they haven't started molding yet. Kind of makes you wonder what's inside of it as a preservative. And then you're like, do you really need that in your, compost? But then, if you don't want it, you can always throw it away. That's one container. But let's see what we get out of it. And then what we'll do is we'll do a soil sample. Actually, after this has all been composted, we'll see where it stands on the level of keep or trash. That's a good idea, right? So putting all this in here. This actually really might fill it up, almost. It's got like a moldy smell to it, but without the mold. Kind of strange, right? So our next container we have here is, and I am not at all going to peel them and slice them. We have a full lime, full lemon, another full lemon, another full lemon, another full lemon. And topping that off we have is a moldy bagel. I mean, moldy. Look at that. That is appetizing so much. After that, we're going to chase it. Some people might want to hate me for it, but it is leftover 3 slices of Floripolitans. Oh, these things are hard enough to kill your friends with. These are Neapolitans slices. We're gonna just break them up. I had one last night to the point where I was just like, meh, I've had enough. And then whatever we have left over is going to go into containers for the next batch of smushables. So, let's meet up over in the nursery. Now that we're in the nursery, put our glovers on. We're going to pull the cover off. We actually still have the soil in here from the last video. So we're actually, I'm thinking like, I was going to put it in the compost pile, but I'm like, man, just dump it here, right? Okay. So you guys see we have an empty bin. There's no fraternizing going on. There's a lot of trying to figure out where to stick it. Oh, there it is. There's little arrows where to stick it. Wish everyone had little arrows where to stick it. The hole is it. Anyway, so we're going to first start off with our lovely, tasty blueberry moldy bagel. Full size. We're going to take our lovely moldy lemons and lime. We're going to take our pizza slices. Gordon Ramsay would be like, oh, that looks good, that's a wonderful pie. No, he wouldn't. And then we take some of our breading, stick our breading on top. And we don't want to push it down, we don't want to make it hard for it to work. Just going to stick it in there, like such. So unfortunately, as far as we got, I think we might have some other stuff. Obviously we got other stuff. Like I said, house, but we went through 3 containers. We still have 1 more left over. We're going to turn the power on, like such. Oh. Put our space cadets, like who we seal them up. Send them to a better place. There it is. That is not the right side. No wonder why the Challenger imploded. I know, I put it in the wrong spot. Okay, there we go. And now we're going to go to crush. And this is what we're looking at. So it's got the lemon, the limes, the pizza, the naughty bagel, and the bread. It's going to heat it, it's going to burn it, it's going to spin it, it's going to crush it, it's going to pulverize it until it's done. Until it turns it into a nice powder. Literally, this was from literally, this isn't like this, of course, is top of some soil, but this is what was left over from the last round with coffee grounds. It smells like coffee grounds and coffee grounds. So I'm curious about how this is going to go, and I wish I could stick you guys on here somehow. Like, could I even position you on here? It's gonna be weird to like leave my phone in here for like a couple minutes or till the end of the video. Would you guys really watch this till the end of the video if I could just, I don't want you guys to melt up here, so I'll stay. Shooting half of that. So let's see if I can stick it like here. The phone has like the camera in the most stupidest spot. There we go. I have no idea what the hell you guys are seeing. I'm trying to see what you're seeing. On the phone, you're seeing that. Oh, life is so fucking hard. So what if I just switch the camera to the other side and then we'll see. So other stuff, other than stuff that's growing in the nursery and playing around with a composter, what do we have growing outside with the coming project? Well, it's always like I said, you never want to give up. Now it's raining today. It's raining right now, and this greenhouse is booming. Okay, so right now we have a green zebra. Look at that. We got 2 beautiful green zebras right there. They're just hanging out in the greenhouse. Okay, the Amish space, that didn't go, but this Amish space did, and that green zebra did, and that green zebra did, and then Amish space did. And this guy that's been in here since like for 2 years has decided to call this place home, which is a rhubarb, and it is quite a large leafy boy. You see, you'll eventually put some big leaves down, and it will just constantly keep growing. There's that big boy. But you never want to give up hope. I try not to from time to time. And it's hard, you know, when stuff's not growing, you finally give up. You got a greenhouse that you took out with your army truck that you still have not replaced yet. Or at least fix it, I should say. But, on the other hand, you do have Alheim pepper. Alheim pepper. Alheim pepper. The jalapeno. Jalapeno! The jalapeno! And, well, citronella that didn't survive from last year. Go figure. So even the greenhouse that I still have not yet fixed, I keep saying I'm going to, but I was too burnt out from the past few days of doing this, trying to leveling it, and we have a 12-hour rainstorm that's hitting, and it's been going on and off the whole time. And I would love to come out here and try to do some like leveling, come out here with the mower, and try to do stuff to just constantly keep, you know, progressing with what I want to do with this growing space. Which honestly, from this angle, I don't really think I need to add more soil. I think I'm actually at a good height. I'm going to put the fabric down. I got to definitely mow along this edge so I could fold the fabric over and then staple it in. But other than that, and just clean up the weeds and crap around it, and then put in the cocoa fiber circles that I want, as the rain's about to hit right now again. And then definitely stop the vines from going up the house, as the rain's about to hit me right this second as we're talking. And clean that up and put that inside the house. Hold on, we're going to run inside, because I don't feel like getting drenched again. I think we're in pretty good standing. And in here, of the old bedroom, which was an experimental room to see if I can grow indoors. And I learned that I could. The problem was keeping up with the water maintenance to an extreme level. But also, what I also learned too from growing indoors was, what if I don't keep up with the water maintenance, but I have the lights? I shut the lights off. I haven't watered since February. And the moisture that's generated in this room has allowed brassicas to literally grow into these sea serpents. And they keep growing. And they flower, and then they drop their seeds, and they keep growing ahead. Brussels sprouts back here. Some other stuff. And since I shut off the watering and the lights, and you can see how the soil is actually pulling away from the backside. That tells you like actually how dry it is, where I could actually lift up like this whole section. Look at this. I could lift this all up. Okay. That means that it's completely dry, which in a lot of views would be horrible. But for me, it's a lot easier when I want to remove it, recycle it, and put it out into the new growing section. But even with that going on, these things somehow find a way to keep flourishing. And the curlicue-ness, and look at this, even though like there's no watering going on, we still have like new growth. Like, the hell? I know Jeff had said nature finds a way. I tell you right now, these broccoli romacesas, which is what these are, there's two of them, they constantly keep finding a way to stay alive. And it's the craziest thing too, because even though this went up to seed, and I could have harvested it, had that cool, really cool flower, it's got a new shoot here, and it's got a new shoot over there. And if I reach down into the soil, whoop, and make a mess, it's not as dry as that, because I can't lift the whole section up. And I still make a mess. It doesn't matter. It's my area. Clean up my own mess. It's not dry enough where it's at that point. But it's interesting how the plants will still find a way of getting the moisture out of here. And I stopped watering, months ago. I would water these guys sometimes once a month, and they'd still be growing. Look at it. Look how dry the soil is here, right? Just telling you about, just look at this. We're picking up sections of soil, what the hell is this? Oh, so I tried paper towel and some seed, just for hell of it. But look at this. It's still growing. It's finding moisture in the air. It's grabbing it. It's putting it into its roots and producing. One hell of a strong green onion. Damn, boy. I will eat it and swallow it. Or not. That was really biting hard. But that is insane, right? It's still able to produce. And that was put in here at 4/7/26. Even though it's only 2 months ago. A little over 2 months ago. It's only got water from the moisture that's in the room. So it's kind of good because it kept the moisture from everything else that's in here. But yet, it's amazing that it can still keep growing. And I really hate to take these beds down. Because it's a great experiment to show that no matter what you do or what you don't do, you'll have amazing results just from sometimes not doing anything. You know, nature finds a way. And it's a prime example of it. I mean, look at these guys. These guys are insane. And I really would hate to kill them. Is why one of the things I really want to do with these offshoots from these broccoli romacestas is that when I make the beds, I actually really want to try, even though I'm kind of like letting them do their own thing and kind of die on their own, but I may not. I actually might be secretly adding water in here very shortly. And I'm going to have a bed for broccoli. And I want to stick these guys in. I'm going to transport them very carefully with their curly cuteness. I mean, look how cool this is, right? Like that is like such an alien looking, just curly cute. I mean, I mean, look at the size of these leaves. Look how big this is. It's solid. You know, it's healthy. And it's healthy enough to promote offshoots. And it's literally trying to survive with the moisture that's in the air, that's being absorbed into the soil. It's crazy. Honestly, to me, it's crazy. It's amazing. It's beautiful. It's crazy. Seeing this right here gives me a whole new light on a lot of things. These guys I'm going to definitely water. And I know that I'm going to be deleting most of these beds in here, but I want to put them outside. I definitely do. I want to put them outside. I know it might kill them because they're used to this environment. They've been in here for quite a while. But I can't keep running the watering system that's in here. It's a major pain in the ass, and I'd like to do a different watering system. And honestly, it's warmer in here in the winter. It's hot as hell out in there in here in the summer. And they're doing good. And I hate to transplant them out of this environment just because. But I really want to see what happens. I mean, I really do want to see, like, how big are these going to grow? Are they going to grow to the point where they're just going to come out of here and get me? Because that bed leaks, so that bed's done. That bed's not bad. This bed is also not bad. Bad bed. So what if I keep this bed, get rid of that one, and get rid of this one, and I just keep this one to keep these guys running. But I would have to cut them back. Although I do want to put them outside. So they can finally get out of here. Because I really want to do is I want to get all three of them out. But it is actually really amazing to see that. And it's hard. It's a hard decision to make to actually remove something that's doing something that I've never seen in my lifetime, that I've grown, do such an amazing task. That where they're just curly queuing and they got these strong roots, and this whole bed's probably all rooted from them. I mean, you can go down and try to find, like, I'm literally talking about, like, trying to find anything. I mean, they're literally just chilling out on top of the soil. Like, they found their own way to curly queue around. Like, literally, I mean, they're coming out of, some dead leaves to the side. I mean, they are coming out of, where the fuck are they coming out of? For fuck's sake. So here we go, look at this. They're coming out of here. And it is dry. That's a dry soil that they're just surviving in. You know, and it's really amazing how plants they try to kill it can survive in the worst environments. And we always think that they need all these different things. But yet they survive, and I've been pushing them through the worst possible environment as they can go through. And all this is going to go through the new composter to be put into the composter. And yet I see some new offshoots. Makes you wonder. Really makes you wonder. So, I tried to cheat a little bit. So I figured, I'm like, let me give them a little bit of water, right? So talk about hydrophobic soil. The soil is so dry that it doesn't collect it and it goes to another place, such as the bucket that's down below. Listen and hear what happens when I pour water into the bed. I'm trying to get in the vicinity of the root system. It's instantly draining it down. This is literally grabbing the moisture out of the air that ends up in the soil just enough for it to live. Just saying. Another point of just pure amazement with plants. I mean, there's so much cool stuff you learn, and that's what I loved about having these beds in here, just learning different wild stuff from them just by completely ignoring them and seeing what they do. And this one was growing pretty good until I completely ignored it, and that was it. I established that I was done. I started storing stuff in it. I was going to get rid of the bed. I was getting tired of it leaking. But this is utterly insane. Like, we are looking at a bucket that is literally almost full of liquid, right? So I didn't even put that much liquid. I'm not gonna lie, I literally did not put that much liquid into that bucket. I put literally 2 of these small containers into it, and that's what that bucket has produced. Right, so if we take the El Peaky, right, on this bed, right, you can see how it's got a dry medium inside of it. It's going to get interesting. Oh, we're making a mess. Okay, so we're going to stick this one in here, like such. And I'm going to look at this bucket here. Still draining, right? Look how much liquid is inside this bucket. That liquid right there is more than 2 of those. I'm going to prove you that right now. So that's going to show you actually how much liquid is actually being produced in just this area. So let's see where I can find you. Find your spot to look. Alright, I'm going to stick you here. Look at my ugly feet. I'm going to pour this into 2 containers worth, just to show you. Okay, so this is the bucket that came out of there. Scared. I filled it up to the ears. Alright. So the ears is what I filled it up to, or the face, whatever you want to call it. I'll put it on top. one. Stop spilling. That's more than 2 buckets, right? Plant's like, what are you doing to me? What's even crazier though is we still have that much water. That's literally what that's collected from sitting in here. The moisture and everything. And no, the roof is not leaking. Trust me, if it did, I'd be really PO'd. And it's pouring into there right now. But that bed, for some reason, has a better collection of water than this one. This one, even though there's no container under it, had no water collection. So I got rid of the container. That one literally came from that one, which was dry. But this bed, look at that moisture that it collected on its own. Kept watering the bed over the course of like shit. That right there's gotta be since December. So I know the last time I stopped watering in here, I'm trying to remember, but I know the last time I gave up on watering was probably around November, December, because nothing was. Things are kind of like I don't know. Maybe who's wrong? I might be wrong if you look at my videos, but I don't think I was watering too much past November, maybe January, if any, but not that much. I mean, that's a lot of water, and it's just running through the bed now. That's crazy. This bed, for some reason, is in the right zone in here, so who knows? Maybe I'll keep this bed. The other 2 will have to go. These guys will stay inside. Come out in the middle of the night and attack me. Interesting. It's extremely interesting. Very interesting. So with that being said, we're going to turn the lights on. I know it's kind of late, but it doesn't matter. It's a dark room anyway. So I turn the lights on and let them do their thing. Let's see what happens. That is wild as hell. It really is. I can't figure it out. I got an alien plant. Makes me want to pee.